Beyond the summit, the epic tale of Edmund, Hillary, and Tenzing's triumph on Mount Everest. Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world, standing at 29,029 feet. For centuries, it had been a challenge for mountaineers, a peak that seemed impossible to conquer. But in 1953, two men, Edmund Hillary from New Zealand and Tenzing Norgay from Nepal, set out to make history. The expedition was led by John Hunt, a British mountaineer, and had a team of over 400 people, including Sherpas, who were the local people of Nepal and have a great knowledge of the mountain. The expedition was not without its challenges. The team faced harsh weather conditions, treacherous terrain, and high-altitude sickness. But through determination and teamwork, they set up camp at various elevations on the mountain, slowly acclimatizing to the altitude and pushed on. On May 29, 1953, they reached the summit. It was a moment that would go down in history as one of the greatest achievements in mountaineering. Their final push to the summit was met with strong winds and poor visibility, but Hillary and Tenzing pressed on. They reached the summit at 11:30 am on May 29, 1953, becoming the first known climbers to reach the top of Mount Everest. For Hillary and Tenzing, it was more than just a climb. It was a symbol of human potential, of what can be achieved when we set our minds to something. Their journey to the top of Mount Everest proved that with hard work, dedication, and a never-give-up attitude, we can accomplish the impossible. Their climb was a major achievement not only for them, but for all of humanity. It is an inspiration to people all over the world, and their legacy lives on. The journey to the top of Mount Everest was not just a physical challenge, but also a test of mental and emotional strength. The climbers faced many dangers, including avalanches, crevasses, and falls. But they also had to overcome the doubts and fears that come with attempting such a dangerous and difficult climb. One of the biggest challenges faced by the expedition was the altitude. As the climbers ascended the mountain, the air grew thinner and it became increasingly difficult to breathe. High-altitude pulmonary edema (HAP) and high-altitude cerebral edema (HAC) were real threats. The expedition team had to take frequent rests and use oxygen tanks to help them acclimatize to the altitude and avoid these risks. The team also faced harsh weather conditions with strong winds and freezing temperatures that could easily turn deadly. They were also dependent on the right weather conditions to make the summit push and had to wait for a window of good weather before making their final ascent. But through their determination and teamwork, they overcame these challenges and reached the summit. Edmund, Hillary, and Tenzing Norgay's journey to the top of Mount Everest is an inspiration to people all over the world, and their legacy lives on as a testament to the power of the human spirit.